Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. When last we left you guys, you had infiltrated a the temple on the top of the mountain, and uh, Marlowe had recovered a bell and been accepted back into his old temple slash orphanage that he grew up at. He is currently in discussion with his Sifu, private discussion. What are you guys doing?
No, go ahead.
Reading. I got that book, I'm reading.
Okay.
So I was going to wait until there was a lull in their conversation where it would be appropriate to talk to the Sifu. And I wanted to ask him or offer up the services of increasing the yield of his trees and shrubs for next year, or possibly if there's anyone injured, for me to go tend to their wounds. And that if he had access to certain herbs, I could make healing potions for him. And then also ask him if there was some way, some book that maybe I could have or borrow where maybe I could learn a new language.
Okay, so that's a lot.
I know that's. I didn't think you wanted to like role play through all of that. It's
no, that's fine. I was just that's a lot of stuff. So I need you to. There is no interest in the yield. Actually, you get the sense on that conversation, he doesn't particularly believe in that. He's distrustful of that type of magic. He keeps on calling it Maho, and believes that I don't know. He seems nervous about using such things.
okay.
He's not. He's not outwardly abrasive about it. But I will say, both Full Moon and Rindle, you realize that as well, seems hesitant to accept Miss help. He's using your guys' magic would probably be very, very unwise here. But yeah, so he's not too keen on you magically increasing their crop yields. He also doesn't have anybody injured.
Oh, that's good.
He's pretty good about that. What was the last thing about learning a new language?
Yeah, if there was possibly a book or something that I could take with me to learn a new language.
They don't.
I spent a lot of time out on the ocean, and during some of the negotiations Molly had with other ships, I couldn't understand what was being said, so I was hoping to
make a persuasion check. This is actually pretty high, the DC. I'm going to say a DC 20. It's not that kind of library. They don't really loan out books. There's no real way to enforce late fees, so
I'm willing to buy it.
They don't sell books either.
Damn it. Nope, that's an 11.
Okay.
Just drop it in your bag of holding and look the other way.
All right.
So Scott, a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So would it be easier for us, especially since we don't have them here, to try to be here for like a week's time, so we get time to do other things, gives them plenty of time to do whatever we need to do, and if there's something special that he needs to do to transfer his powers over, it would give us a little bit more play with the area. We can do a little bit more things that we can go into our own little side quest for it while we're waiting for them to finish their.
You guys have no, as far as you know, there's no real timeline going on. So yeah, if you guys want to stay a week, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just pretty much double checking with everybody that we're not on a crunch time, because it feels like I'm here sometimes and it feels like I'm not here sometimes for some reason. I guess it's just the world's air playing tricks on me. But while I'm here, we're talking to people in the temple, trying to not so corrupt, but coerce people into talking different things along those lines. And I'd work my way back to town and try to make my own club, so to speak, down there, and then try to work trade between our town and their town, kind of thing, those lines, to figure out what might be beneficial, and blah 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 blah.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a persuasion check out. I will tell you, and when you make your way down into the first level of the catacombs, you're not allowed to go to the second or even deeper than that. Like, there's just no way they're gonna let you down there. And that's pretty good. So, the first level of catacombs with incentivized training, it's not like they're not like beating people down there, but they are putting them in situations that don't play to their strengths in order to get them to expand and free their mind and allow them to focus on their studies, basically. So the more scholastically inclined students are like, you see them doing push-ups while reciting texts and holding out large books straight out in front of them and reading entire passages. This crap we did in boot camp. So that's what you see down in the catacombs. On the rare occasions you're able to talk to those students when they're not being incentivized to learn, yeah, they're pretty receptive to learning about and joining your club. I say you get like 10 people that seem actively interested. There's a few, a smattering other people, but you're pretty good at reading people. They're just kind of, it was more of a, yeah, whatever, leave me alone type thing. But yeah, I'd say about 10 that were actively interested.
Okay, so awesome. So also when we're here though, with the people that I've got interested, I'm interested in what they're learning. So I'm trying to learn from them as much as they're learning from me, so that I can try to convert more people. Try to get an understanding and try to twist their understanding towards my needs to get more people into the club.
Okay. So what you learn is that the temple is it's basically non-theistic. It teaches to not look outward at deities. It's to look inward at oneself and have a good understanding of history and the needs of your own energy source. You hear things such as ki come up, chakras, various. Hey, there's Tucker.
Hey.
Yay, you made it.
Yeah,
Morning.
Well, good morning.
Sweet.
No, Chris?
Yeah, he had a family thing apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm over at mom and dad's.
Yeah.
Dwarves take their family very seriously.
But yeah, you mainly full moon. You learn. It's all very monk stuff. Harnessing your inner power, not distancing yourselves from distractions, not relying on other people. It's very self-reliant type culture in the temple, which is part of the reason you kind of realize that they don't trust powers given by outside entities.
Okay, so I guess I'm well over there trying to work on my own little mantra kind of thing that works Shara into it. It's kind of like a little chant that I can use while I'm training to get them into it.
Okay. You're able to kind of, with the various koans, and who start influencing at least a few of the younger students into more to that type of worship. Rindle, what are you doing? And Marlo, so the rest of the group has decided that they're going to stay about a week because you guys aren't really pressed for time right now. So Marlo, what are you doing? And Rindle, what are you doing?
So also Marlo, I already talked to your Sifu. He is reticent to use any of my magical abilities to increase the yield or make healing potions or anything like that. So he politely turned me down.
Okay. He accused you of blood sorcery. That's not polite at all.
So, well, what Marlo wanted to do is he wanted to tell, and I don't know how much everybody else has told him, but he basically wanted to tell the Sifu that the master of the 8 paths is kind of lich-like and he wants to, first of all, see if the Sifu can maybe help, maybe contact some of his other Sun Soul friends, and also maybe show Marlowe a little bit of the lessons he didn't get.
Okay, so first
So that-
I need a persuasion roll from you, just out of because about knowing about the Master of the Eightfold Path.
Okay.
About being a lich.
He didn't like
Give me
hearing.
a second, I'm not actually in roll 20 yet.
Okay, so what's your
Fair
modifier?
warning. He didn't like hearing that from me.
Oh, my modifier on persuasion, I believe is the same as Rendell's. +5, right?
Oh, mine's way higher than that. I got an 8.
You have a charisma of 16, right?
I have a charisma of 16 and proficiency,
Okay, but not expertise in persuasion.
but not expertise.
Okay, so that's okay. I got you. He seems. He looks at you and says, "Not here." And you have a week, so of that night he actually has you come out into the gardens and explains that he's very much aware that the Master of the Eightfold Path, something is wrong. He personally is sick and tired of his children, basically, because he's running an orphanage, being sent to some useless war. He doesn't know about him being a lich. That seems far-fetched to him, but he knows that he's immortal, and he's convinced that it's whatever he is, he's not a good entity for this world. He also lets you know that in the vault below the temple, the Master of the Eightfold, that this was actually one of the sanctuaries from Saint Kilkaran, the person whose Kilkaran's rest is named after. That this is one of the vaults that Kilkaran set up from the ancient Elven Empire, and he's aware of at least 3 items down there that might aid you.
Okay.
But he himself is fairly old at this point. When he was a younger lad, he went down there, but he didn't understand yet what the master was, but he's aware of 3 things that might help you down there. There is a tome, a spear, and a cloak that all might help you.
Okay. Is it this place it's under the temple?
Uh-huh.
Are they like catacombs? Is that like where people are buried, or what is it?
So you, even in your youth, you've never been to the second level of catacombs, which is usually where the teachers go for incentivized training. Like when they've done something wrong, they go down there, and the Sifu has private lessons with them in the second level. The third level and below are known as the vaults, and no one's allowed down there. In fact, it's sealed with a pretty intricate lock. Only the Sifu has a key for. You don't actually know, but it's remember you're on top of a mountain, so the catacombs actually go deep into the mountain.
Okay.
You do know that there shouldn't be anything living down there, but there's probably a lot of traps. And the Sifu lets you know that there's some arcane magics and some seals, stuff held over from the old Elven empires that are probably reactivated down there.
Okay. And I guess the other thing that he would want to ask the Sifu is, because the Sifu's pretty old, right?
Yeah, he's like in his, you'd guess 90s, and he's a human, so.
So he's, I don't know, I'm just going to role play the conversation if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was kind of wondering, Like, did you know any of the masters before they were the masters? Like, not just of them, but did you know any of them personally?
Well, I knew. Sorry. Sarsa before he became the master of my path, but that would be the only one.
So here's the thing. I mean, and I realize, responsibility and authority and power that can change a person, but did you notice any drastic personality changes after he became the master?
Not at first, but there was a certain cruelty that developed that Sarsa never really had in him before. But it took years. I don't know if it was the responsibility of being a temple or being the leader.
I don't know. It just seems like when the master was trying to initiate Rendell, it was a little bit more invasive, I just wanted to make sure that there isn't some magic, involved, maybe more in my realm than yours.
He thinks about it for a bit. I honestly don't know. That was a long time ago. I will let you know that while I have slowly withered away, even though I am, if I don't mind saying so, in fairly good shape for a 90-year-old. Sarsa,
Yeah, I still wouldn't want to take you on.
Sarsa, who's actually older than I am, does not look like a day over 50.
Marlo will hold his hands out like to play the slap game.
You don't even see the Zebra's hand. Just slap.
So how long ago did Sarsa? So did Sarsa become the master 40 years ago?
45 years ago, yes.
Wait, is he the last one to become the master? Well, besides maybe Rendell?
Yes.
Wow.
Transitions happen every once in a while. We haven't had one in 45 years. It's usually during great wars that we have a huge turnover. Very few masters will have a natural conclusion to their life.
Have you ever heard of one having a natural conclusion to their life?
Last one I heard about was Hattori, Master of the Shadows, but that was 700 years ago, and even that's nebulous. Shadows like to use interesting tactics.
Yeah, did they check his room for spiders?
He just chuckles at that one. Autopsy reports were not a thing back then.
But yeah, so that's all he wanted to know, and then
Okay.
If he will show him any
moves
or get him started so that he can.
He starts training you specifically in the ways of the Sun Soul, how to harness your ki into outward expressions of energy, which is their main focus.
Yeah.
You learn how to be Ryu.
Hadouken!
Yeah. Rindle, what are you up to besides just reading?
Oh, I guess I'm in that book. I was researching the master, like that past or whatever, because that was the only thing that Sifu was willing to give me after my bold accusations. And working on my, I guess he said I had to write a dissertation. So I guess that's my other. I imagine that's going to keep me pretty busy because, dissertations take a lot of work, I'm told.
Okay, give me a history check on your dissertation, please.
Son of a bitch.
Can I say that after the Sifu turned me down, I would wander around the temple working with Frost, and if I was allowed in the library...
You're allowed in the library. You're allowed free... As long as you don't go down to the second level of the catacombs, you're given free reign.
Okay, so in the library, I would be looking for books on language, but I'd also peek over Rendell's shoulder at the books he's reading. Mm-hmm. So may I do a history check?
Sure. With disadvantage, because you're just kind of reading over Rendell's shoulder.
So just straight roll then, because normally I'd have an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have Arazu help me out with this paper since, devils are nice and helpful sometimes?
Sure. So you get advantage on your history check.
Yeah.
That was a 4.
Okay. Well, your first roll was much better anyways.
Yeah.
You only have a +1 on history?
I don't have it trained. You only get so many skills in 5e. Like, I can't just okay, this level I'll spare some ranks for that skill. Mm-hmm. It's not a thing in 5e. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Be good at everything.
Just, for some reason, I thought you were proficient in history.
I wish.
So yeah, you actually. I mean, it's a decent dissertation. It's not like you didn't have to roll particularly high. You get some notes. Primarily, you do. So. What you can glean is from both Arazu's instruction and the stuff you're doing, is there. So there is no mention of Aurelia having any generals, and the first mention of any kind of master person matching the master's description was immediately following the destruction of the old god of death. And so you extrapolate from there, and you think you have a decent understanding, especially with Arazu's help in terms of religion, that the 7 are not actually did not exist before the destruction of Nerul, and you might very well they might actually be pieces of a dead god. At least that's what Arazu is coming up with.
So that's Daemon Shar, Viselia, Craven, the Shining Light One, and the Master Not Blighted, or the Purist, I guess he was called, whatever. So my current suspicion is that they are Horcruxes for Nerul, basically.
No, you think that they are. Nerul was very much destroyed. Aurelia ascended to Nerul's old position.
Okay.
You think you can't actually destroy you can't actually destroy something that's truly immortal. So you think Nerul is just fragmented.
Okay.
Whatever divinity he had went into Aurelia, but then the pieces that Aurelia didn't want kind of had a mind of their own.
Gotcha.
So, okay, so that was a week for all of you. So,
well, during the week I would be trying to train Frost and trying to learn in the library. So I don't know if you want me to make any rolls for those two things.
There is no problem with you finding. There's no books on teaching you languages. There are, however, people that can help you translate things, and so they can help you teach languages. You're not going to learn a language in a week, though.
No.
So, but what language are you specifically looking at?
Well, let's see. Because Mist is considering Molly's offer of going back underway with her at some point. I think with that, the language that she would have been the most interested in would be Hobgoblin, but at the same time, I don't want to be, as a player, necessarily saying that because of some of the other things we've talked about.
Oh. Hobgoblin's fine. Hobgoblin is. Oh, that's a. Okay. Hobgoblin's a really hard language. It has nothing in common with. Do you know Elven?
I do not.
What languages do you know?
Druidic, Common, and Tabaxi.
Okay, yeah, you have no. That's like trying to learn Mandarin from English. There's almost no crossover. So, yeah, it's gonna take you a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do all the goblinoids have their own language? There isn't just.
Well,
goblin?
standard goblinoid is like hobgoblin is the root language for it. The rest of the like bugbear and goblin are derivations of that. It would be like American English to High English. It's not. For the most part, you would be able to understand what somebody's saying, but like there'd be some slang that would just throw you off.
So during the week, would I be able to learn some basic words or phrases?
You learned like hello and where is the bathroom? Like, the typical touristy stuff.
Okay.
You say it with you're not going to insult anybody with the way you say it. Say it that way.
Okay. Cool. And how's Frost training going?
Give me an animal handling check on that one.
All right.
Teach Frost and Hobgoblin. Double task.
Oh, that one's cocked, damn it. 19.
Okay. You get to teach it 2 commands.
All right. 2 simple commands?
Yeah.
Sit and come.
Okay.
Cool.
So, what do you guys want to do? So that's your week.
I don't know. Depends on what Marlowe decides to do with the information that his Sifu told him.
I will submit my paper for grading.
Well, Marlowe will definitely share the information about the items in the catacombs. What layer did he say they're on?
It was he said that it was in the vault. Generally speaking, the vault composes multiple layers, but it's at the same time, for the most part, they always just say it's like one layer, like because it's arranged like a vault is. It's not a dungeon. It's not like a maze.
Right.
It's literally a vault. So.
Is that the 3rd level that most? Did he say he would allow us in?
He gave you the key, so.
Okay. Yeah. No, he'll definitely share that information and explain that it's trapped. There shouldn't be anything living in there, but nobody goes in there, so who knows?
Okay. So these items are supposed to help you against the Master of the Eight, because we know he's going to be coming after us.
I will let you.
Well, he said that they could. I don't know what they do.
Okay, I will let you know.
They might just look cool.
I will let you know. He did let you. He didn't exactly let you know what they did, but he did tell you the weapon, the spear, is supposed to grant some ability against mortals, but he himself would have used it, but its personality is abrasive.
Oh, great. Why do all the weapons in this world have personalities?
Doesn't he find your personality
abrasive? Rindle, you actually found out why all the weapons in this world have personalities too in your studies. So he might be able to tell you. Most of the ancient artifacts. So this is kind of out of character knowledge, but also like you can extrapolate it how you want. Hexblades do not actually make a pact with anybody. They make a pact with some divine power, and when they die, they become a sentient weapon.
So the professional assholes are the weapons in our hands.
Yes. Pretty much. But the other two items, one is a cloak that will help you. It makes it hard to tell exactly where you're at any given time. It seems to have some type of minor illusion that makes you appear like you're like 5 feet away from you 5 feet from your actual position at any given time.
What about the tome?
The tome is supposed to provide you a way of contacting outside of this plane for help. It is not itself magical, but it has some very dangerous information.
Tips.
Okay, well, do you want to head down into the vault, Marlowe, or is there anything else we need to do beforehand?
Well, if I become the master, I could just order a bunch of initiates to go in front of us and set off all the traps, right?
I wouldn't. Wouldn't want to do that to all the little kids.
Plus, we have to go find all your followers after you become the master. They all ran away.
There shouldn't be any traps if we have the key.
You have the key to the door.
I don't think you know these people really well. They'll be traps, even though we have the key.
I'm sure they're just trials.
If we get the item, we pass their test. And if we died, well, someone else will pass their test.
Let's do it. I mean, Sifu's going to be reading my paper for a while, so I've got some time to blow.
I do want to know, Rindle, did you actually say what you discovered, or did you more try to appease what the
Oh, about hexblades turning into weapons?
No, about what the master is.
Oh, I mean, to who?
Well, because
like
we wrote a dissertation. So did you?
Oh yeah.
Your dissertation. Did you write honestly, or did you write what you think they want to hear?
Oh no, I would have wrote honestly. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
I know he didn't like hearing it the first time, and now I've got documented proof in his books to back up my statement.
Okay.
That's how dissertations roll. No brown nosers here.
A lot of your proof is also Arizu telling you stuff.
You know, that's about the only person that Rindle trusts, so that works out well. And Mist got to read my paper because she was reading over my shoulder, I bet. So,
well, so long as you were okay with it, she would have left you alone if you weren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mist is on Riddle's good side.
Okay.
Yeah, we have an odd relationship that's budding into a weird friendship.
Okay, so you guys head down to the 3rd level?
Yep.
Okay.
Ladies first.
So the first thing you come to, so you head down, you have permission to go to the 2nd level. There is a point where the guards try to stop you, but the Sifu actually comes down and escorts you to the door, so there's no issue there. He does ask you as soon as you open the door, like, you come to it's a stone door, and a fairly intricate locking mechanism. The key itself has 3 different prongs to it, and he has to rotate it like 4 different times. There seems to be a combo to it. Finally, it locks into place, and he's able to pull the door open. It's still a very heavy door, so it takes a little bit of effort on his part. But
I do help him open the door once he unlocks it.
Okay.
Yeah, we also have Mealy to help out.
Who probably helps a lot more than.
Yeah. You stare, Marlowe. You can't see a damn thing past the entrance. But it looks like a chamber that hasn't been disturbed in a very long time. An inch of dust, no footprints on the ground, is on the floor, and it's just darkness ahead.
Before we walk in, I will ask Marlowe, do we want to keep it dark? Because I can cast dark vision on you so you can see.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, look around. These are all, these are my people. They're almost all humans. There's probably torches and stuff. Let's just turn the lights on. Who knows what we'll miss? It might be pretty in here.
All right, I'll do produce flame to hold a flame in my hand to allow for some light.
Okay, so
And I'm going to look around for something. I'm assuming there's sconces or something. They probably have some type of.
There is
torches.
not actually. So there was. It looked like there was a torch holder in the wall, but you know from your from what history you have that Kolkarin was a elf and he was very distrustful. Most of these vaults were actually designed around keeping these artifacts out of the hands of humans. He really did not like humans very much.
Fucking humans.
He didn't trust them.
So was he a member of the order? They just like built their temple of his.
No. So the temple, and the CV would let you know, the temple was actually formed on top of the vault. The Kolkarin that was 1,500 years ago. He preceded the fall of the Elven Empire. He was a diviner. He foresaw what was about to happen and took the art and music and magical artifacts and sealed them away in 8 different vaults. You're about to enter the Opal Sanctuary.
Okay. So is he buried back in Kolkarin's Rest? Is that?
No. No one's actually sure where he's buried. It was Kolkarin's Rest because it was the Amethyst Sanctuary was the sanctuary. It was the middle sanctuary, or sorry, not Amethyst Sanctuary. Sapphire Sanctuary was the middle sanctuary, and for whatever reason, he spent 10 years there.
Okay.
But yeah, you're on top of the Opal Sanctuary.
Yeah. Marlo's then just going to cast light.
Okay. Light fills the chamber. You guys head into the vault. I take it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
The dust starts disappearing under the ground as full moon starts prestidigitating a 5 cubic feet at a time, I think.
Yeah, I don't do well with dust. So give me a moment, guys.
I'll look around for signs of traps or glyphs.
Okay. Give me. Yeah. In this hallway, you see there seems to be mechanical traps that have been set off long ago. So there's signs of traps, but they never reset.
Okay.
I do need an Arcana check from you though.
All right. It's a 6. That's not cocked, is it? No, 16.
Okay. You sense there is something here, but you can't see it. It's just slightly out of view.
All right. Just slightly out of view, so I can't tell like what direction it is.
It's somewhere up ahead of you, but it's just you have that tingling on your skin that says there's magic nearby. But
okay. Well, I'm ready to move forward when you are, Marlowe. There is something up ahead that's all magical and tingly, but I'm not entirely sure where it is.
Huh. Well, maybe that's one of our objects.
I don't know about that. Frost should, so long as what Marcus and Sarah helped me with her and her sister, Frost should give an indication if we get close to one. Should, but I mean, she's still in training.
So as we make our way through the dungeon, and if we see there's any traps that have been already used, I'd like to reset them behind us as we walk through.
Okay. Give me a.
I'll let people know. It's just along those lines. I'm just making sure we're having our backs covered.
Okay, I still need a. Give me a straight intelligence check. Just to see if you can reset them.
Well, I can. Just let me find my intelligence. I stand corrected.
Okay, I'll say like the
You
swinging.
cut off a finger accidentally.
Like the swinging blade traps, those are easy to reset. All you have to do is basically it's essentially a mouse trap. So you just kind of push the swinging blade back into it and hook the spring. The pendulum traps and the rock falls that you see, it would take a lot to reset them. Because of Marlowe's light, I will not have you guys roll anything. You see a lot of pit traps, spike pit traps that if you were in dark vision probably would have been hard to see. Mainly because you can only see it from there's a coloration difference, and when you're in dark vision, you can't actually see color. So actually, even for Full Moon, who's constantly colorblind, you kind of have to keep Full Moon from falling down into pit traps.
Plus, in dark vision, all our perception checks are at disadvantage because it all counts as low light.
Yeah. So as you guys make your way, you come to a vast expanse. There doesn't seem. I would say it's a chasm about 40 feet to the next chamber beyond. It seems impossibly big to be in this mountain. You can't see the ground. It's just there.
Okay. I'd like to reach my hand out and like poke the area right in front of where it looks like it drops off.
Give me an intelligence save, please.
Intelligence save?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay, so you're able to feel something solid there.
Okay. I'm gonna feel my way forward.
You walk forward. For you guys, it looked like for those who haven't investigated, it looked like Miss just made an impossible leap, unfolding her weird wing flaps and landed on the other side.
None of them have seen my wing flaps yet.
Yeah. So she went flying squirrel and ended up on the other side of the.
Okay. So I'm going to turn around and. How is this going to work? I'm going to ask Frost to come, but.
And by the way, Devil Sight, you're not colorblind. Devil Sight, you would have. You're right. You're not. It's not dark vision. It's better than dark vision.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask Frost to come. But
Frost is like freaking out.
Okay, so I'm going to come back and calm her down.
Okay, again, you guys see Mist jump and land on the other side.
Calming Frost down.
Yeah, so I see she's going to go back. I said, hey, I'm going to jump on your back and give me a lift over.
What are you talking about? I'm not strong enough to give you. I mean, why? You just have to step forward. And why would you even want to ride on my back?
Oh, and by the way, for Mist, it's still, you can see the chasm-ish, but it's hazy, and you can just see that it's a corridor.
Okay. So once I get Frost calmed down, I'm actually going to like cover her eyes and pick her up, and then walk across.
Okay.
I want to try to jump on her back.
I am not going to let him.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. So Frost starts freaking out.
Okay.
Starts scratching at you. bites into you.
Even with her eyes covered?
Yeah.
Okay. When we get across to the
you
other
take
side.
4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Damn it. All right.
Rendell, Devil's Sight doesn't give you any protection against illusions, right?
No, it just I pasted exactly what it says. It just says you can see normally in darkness both magical and non-magical to a distance of 120 feet.
Okay.
So does that mean like you see a black wall at the end of 120 feet everywhere?
Pretty much.
That's weird.
Yeah, because that's actually past my dark vision range anyway. So, I mean, that would just
Okay. Do I make it across with Frost, or does Full Moon actually get on my back?
I don't know. Full Moon, you jumping on her back, make an attack roll. Grapple.
Oh, okay. Just my strength, or do you want me to do acrobatics or anything like that?
You can use acrobatics or athletics. You're trying to hold on to her. That's basic. You're not trying to actually like pin her. So either way.
Nope.
So you try to, and she just kind of ducks out of the way.
Okay.
So does that mean I fall into the pit then?
Yeah. You want to give me an intelligence save, please?
Do you want to give me a higher one?
No. No. I need you to roll an intelligence save. So you feel like you're about to fall, and then the illusion actually dissipates around you, and you're like, "Oh, that makes sense."
So what does
Okay,
it see?
So for you guys that still have not broken the illusion, Full Moon. At this point, you guys expect a lot. You just don't know what to think about Full Moon. He looks like he jumps and he like Supermans across the pit.
Well, if it's easier, I can change to wolf form and make the leap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I can...
Yeah, actually, I think because it doesn't really matter. So whatever would make most sense to you. So I guess Rendell and Morla both knowing that he's a werewolf. It looks like he went to werewolf form, jumped across the chasm, and then changed back.
Okay. So once I actually get Frost across, I'm spending time calming her down, allowing her to have her favorite treat once she does calm down, and trying to let her know everything's okay.
Okay, give me an animal handling check.
Oh, thank God. 22.
Okay. Yeah, she calms down.
Okay.
she calmly eats you.
She still thinks there's a chasm there, though. Like, she very
Yes.
much failed her intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. But we are on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, I got her across. She doesn't know how.
Yeah.
Do I get my treat since I made it across too?
Yes, I will give you one of Frost's treats. It's mostly meat with a little bit of spices.
It's not a raw egg this time?
No, it's not a raw egg this time. This time. I will eventually pick up more eggs and have them in my pack for an inordinately long period of time, though.
Okay. Marlo and Rendell, what are you guys doing?
I walk across.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw?
Okay. It's just a path, right? Like, what does it look like to us?
Like a 40-foot chasm with no ground.
So wait, so how did Mist get across?
I investigated.
She jumped.
She flew.
She flew. According to your perspective.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of took a running jump and then spread her arms and legs out, and there was this skin of like squirrel skin, and I just flew across.
I didn't understand that. So I guess Marlo's it's 40 feet.
Yeah.
Well, Marlo just runs and jumps it like for reals.
Oh yeah, because you have monk crap.
Step of the wind. Yeah.
Okay, so it because you can make the jump
At
anyways.
least the cheap one. Yeah.
I will go ahead and say that like halfway. I'm not even gonna have you do the intelligence saving throw. Like halfway through it, you're like, you look down and like, it's just a hallway. In fact, I would say actually you don't take any damage from this. It's when your head scrapes the ceiling that, according to the hallucinatory terrain, isn't there. That you're like, damn it.
Really, you guys could have told me.
Oh, you should ask.
I'm sorry, I was trying to get Frost to calm down.
And at that, Rindle, so you
And then, yeah, Marlo's gonna tell people.
okay, Rindle, you can go ahead and make an intelligence save with advantage because somebody told you it's an illusion.
I was also wondering if I get advantage from Arazu for resisting that anyway, but
Well, you would.
What do you want from me now?
Intelligence saving throw with advantage.
That is.
Do we have Mealy's character sheet?
Mealy is actually not with you guys right now.
Rindle failed that intelligence check.
With advantage.
Oh yeah.
He also has a passive perception.
Rindle continues to fail that intelligence check.
Okay, do you still try to walk across, or you're like, nope, not doing it?
No, I'll give it. I mean, everyone else seems to have some kind of magical jump thing going on here that doesn't look normal. So,
okay, as soon as you step in, so for you guys outside, Rindle, you just start falling. For all you guys outside the illusion, now you just see Rindle like freeze.
Okay, so I'm going to tell Frost to sit. I'm going to walk over to Rindle.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to kind of like pick him up and walk back to the rest of the group.
Okay, so Rindle, you are going to take psychic damage on this because your brain is telling you one thing, but Mist is doing something else. So you take 15 points of psychic damage.
Ow!
I should have just flew.
But you get deposited unceremoniously on the ground, or dragged, because I don't think you can actually pick up Rindle, can you, Miss?
I've got a -1 modifier to strength, so I'm pretty sure I have to drag him.
Yeah. And I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, I would have helped you carry him, or attempted to.
All right. Thank you, Full Moon.
No problem.
What do you think is wrong with him? Kind of smack his face as we're holding you, dragging you along.
Don't know.
I don't know why he's so freaked out. If you start falling, just cast fly. You're good to go. It was a deep chasm. Plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you were going to fly first as soon as you saw her fly, but you didn't. So I was like, okay.
I was just
And
kind of
that's how
like,
you got to the top. Though.
the description of other people's jumps, like, I'm like, oh, maybe there's like an updraft, and I was just going to jump out and see what happened. And if that didn't pay out, cast fly while falling and proceed to fly. Or Misty Step, you know.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to make it look like you're jumping, but fly, take a running and then fly across like in a jump.
I could have bonus action Misty Stepped, but the illusion had me, so.
Okay, so you guys continuing on to the next chamber?
Fine.
What's Rindle's math?
Well, the fact that he can fly, he forgot.
I didn't forget. I just figured if I started falling, Misty Step or fly. Lots of options. Stupid illusions.
So as you guys come to the next chamber, again, it's a pit. This time you can actually see the walls. It's not possibly deep. There is a bridge. It's 10 foot. Well, it's actually 7 feet wide, and it's, I would say, 60 feet in length. There, below, about 10 feet down, is just a bunch of spikes, just metal spikes everywhere. You can see some dead bodies down there. So it's 60 feet. So the only person who can actually see to the other end would be Rindle. Rindle, you see what looks like a large stone bowl sits on the other side.
A large stone wall on the other side?
Bowl.
Bowl? Like a dish?
Bull, like as in
bull.
yeah, bull.
Gotcha.
Cool.
I'm gonna kind of elbow whoever's closest and be like, that doesn't look fun.
What yeah, that looks like a kind of poke at the bridge. Yeah, it doesn't look very stable.
No, I meant the thing on the other side.
What thing on the other side? I can't see that far.
Doesn't look friendly.
Oh, great. So we got this narrow bridge and something unfriendly on the other side.
For those that care, so the chamber itself is probably 20 feet wide. The bridge is 7 feet wide. So you have around like 7 feet on either side. That would be a sheer drop off into a spiked pit, basically.
All right. So I don't know. I'm considering actually having crawling along the side wall, climbing across, but I think Frost would be able to do it. I don't think Mist would be able to do it.
Yeah, your climb speed doesn't exactly work like that. So
no, it's more like up and down, not across.
Yeah, at least in stone wall. Now, anybody that has spider climb, a spider climb spell would do it. You would actually become kind of sticky, but your climb speed comes from your claws. You don't think your claws could dig into a stone wall?
Nope, I don't think I could do it. All right. Well, how do we want to proceed? There's something unfriendly on the other side. Rendell, can you describe what it looks like?
Yeah, looks unfriendly.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Just taking psychic damage, okay?
I mean, maybe Coltrane only had one trick.
Well, you want to test it?
Yeah.
Grab it by the horns, give it a whirl.
It's got horns?
It was a metaphor, but yes, actually it does.
Like these kind of horns or big horns?
I mean,
it looks
big.
it's a longhorn bull for Rendell. You can describe that however you want to.
Yeah, it's got big horns.
Okay, big horns.
Probably make a good
who's
wrestling
walking
partner
across
for your
the bridge?
master.
Okay, so I'll start walking down the bridge.
Okay, so light goes 40 feet, right?
Well, and then there's dim light past that.
Okay, so
I mean, I got light. If there's actually a bull, they can see it right where we're at.
right.
I just can't see the bull.
Uh-huh. Well, no, I was trying to figure out if you would be able to see it before it charges you. Which you can. As soon as you get within 40 feet, which is when the dim light starts, you can see this bull who immediately charges you. It's not going to be a surprise act because you got told there was something over there. So I need initiative checks from everybody.
Yay, initiative! Oh, that's a 13. Okay, I need to pee.
Did anyone follow me under the bridge?
I think my dice roller is broken today.
I would have followed you after a while, but I would have been slow about it.
Okay.
I just need to know if anyone's beside you, not really if anyone follow. Because I do count it as 2 squares wide.
Okay. That was what I was asking. I was wondering if I can run back. Or I'm just going to run into somebody else.
But the bull is a large creature, so it takes up the entirety of the bridge. Okay, but Marlo, you're first. So you see this bull. It looks like it's about to charge you. It's doing that, like, scraping its hoof thing against the... You're probably dead center of the bridge at this point.
Okay, and I'm 40 feet from it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably... Well, no, because... Or am I...
So you are... So you would be...
Or in the...
You're not dead center. You'd be about 20 feet into the bridge, because the bridge is 60 feet long. You're 20 feet there. So you're not dead center. But you're 40 feet from the bull.
I run back, side of the bridge. And I just run 20 feet.
Okay.
And then I just get to the, like, I don't stand right in front of the bridge. I just stand right off to the side of the bridge, and I'll ready my spear for a charge.
Yeah, okay. Next is Mist. Marlo just came running right back towards you. Like, off the bridge, off the bridge, off the bridge.
Oh, all right. And do I see the bull getting ready for a charge, or
You still don't see the bull.
okay?
Not unless you move on to the bridge.
Does she hear it, or?
Actually, no, you would see the bull. As soon as Marlo's light touched it, you saw the bull. And it looked like it was getting ready to charge.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to step to the left of the bridge, so I'm out of the charge range as a free action till Frost to come, and I'm going to ready my pistol, my Colt Army, which I put silver bullets in, and once it gets close enough, I'm going to fire.
Okay. Marlo is off the bridge, so it's now the bull's turn. You guys cannot see it anymore, except Rindle. Rindle, you see the bull just kind of go back to being in kind of an inert state.
So I don't think it wants you on the bridge, Marlo.
Well, what do you mean, Rindle? Isn't it?
It turned around and went back as soon as Marlo got off his bridge.
Well, that's no fun.
All right. Well, let me try this. Are we still in initiative or not? Okay. Well, then I will wait because it's not my turn.
It would now be Full Moon's turn.
So what were you going to try so I can try it for you?
Oh, I was going to try, because I'm off to the side, I was going to try to put my foot on the bridge and wait for the bull to come charging and then fire. Basically, I was going to put my foot on the bridge to see if the bull reacts.
Is that what you do, Full
I think I want to do it. No, well, I kind of do want to, but before I do that, I'd like to cast Shatter above the bull, just so that I can encompass the half of the bull, not necessarily the bridge.
Okay. Sorry, I need to.
I don't know if I can see it up. No, it's 60 feet.
60 feet.
Is the casting for distance. I have double that along those lines to get it. I'm not sure if I can see it. If I can still see it, that's fine. If I can't see it, then I'll
see the bull. You can kind of cast where you thought the bull was. I need to read Shatter and just
North.
A few things.
Yep.
Because the issue is, I don't know if you can. Because it might be a point you can see. Point of your choice. So yeah, you can cast basically where you think the bull was, if that's what you want to do.
That is what I plan to do. Because it was along those lines, I would do that, and then I would move close enough to get a step on the bridge, just so I could do it.
Surprisingly, yeah, okay. So 14 plus 4, that's an 18. So it makes it save, but go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay, so I believe it's 3d8.
Oh, actually, sorry, it had disadvantage on that throw. That's my bad.
No worries.
So he didn't make it. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so I got 3d8 thunder damage.
Mm-hmm. I didn't read the part about if it was made out of inorganic materials that had disadvantage.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then I'll move close enough to put my foot on the bridge to see if it moves or if it changes.
It still would have been within 10 feet, Tucker.
Okay.
Tucker reminded me something, but yeah, it still works. So you guys hear a deafening explosion at the other side of the bridge, and okay. I just remembered something about Shatter.
What do I see?
Okay, so Full Moon, are you going up, like towards the ceiling for the point, or are you actually exploding right in front of the bridge?
Oh, I was trying to do above the
Okay.
bull. So I'm trying not to get the bridge. That's what I was whole
Okay,
point. I'm trying
okay.
to get it above, so I can, because I know it's going to be 10-foot radius for
Yeah.
it.
When I saw the bowl,
Mhm.
was it fleshy or was it not fleshy?
It was not fleshy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Got to manage that out of character knowledge.
That's all I got. So I was passing the turn.
Okay. So, when you test the bridge a little bit, yeah, it doesn't seem to react. It seems to only be worried about the about people on the bridge itself.
So not just a foot on the bridge, but
No.
more than that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Seems to be waiting for something.
Okay.
Rindle.
I'm going to use the minor illusion cantrip to project an illusion of one of us in the middle of the bridge.
Okay.
Who are you picking?
You're muted.
Is anybody wearing red?
I wouldn't be able to tell you if I was or not.
Full Moon is usually wearing blacks and whites.
Yeah.
Marlo, you're wearing what, blues and purples most of the time, right?
Yeah, the cloak is blue, right? The
Yeah. Mhm.
cloak protection. So yeah, blues, blacks, and purples.
Huh. Can I?
And
forget.
mist is pretty
I can look
silvery.
that up. Can I
Yeah.
edit things like that? Does it have to be? I think I could just make it look like whatever.
Yeah, you
I
could
want,
make
right?
it whatever you wanted. I don't care.
Nice. Yeah. Then I'm gonna make a picture of a. Yeah. I'm gonna make a picture of Full Moon wearing a red dress in the middle of the bridge.
So for everyone else sees Full Moon in a red dress. Full Moon, you see yourself in a dress.
You're like, full moon, get off the bridge.
So Marlo, you just waiting for the bowl again? It's your turn again.
Well, does the bowl seem to be?
Yeah, as soon as that illusion came out, the bowl is definitely getting ready for a charge.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I will cast. I'm going to cast Bull Strength on myself, and who's in reaching distance of me?
I think everybody.
Who's the most in front of the bridge?
Well, I'm to the left of the
Full
bridge.
Moon, I guess. Full Moon's the last one to do anything.
Okay, so yeah, on myself and Full Moon.
Okay.
Casting as the three levels.
So what do we get?
And then I will brace for the charge.
You get advantage on strengths checks.
Okay.
And now Mist. Yeah, Mist.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold my action again. As soon as the bull gets close enough, I'm gonna fire.
Okay. So the bull moves 40 feet to try to attack the illusion.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it passes through the illusion, or gets up to the illusion, it will go ahead and, yeah, it'll make its attack, which it just misses because it's a freaking illusion. And it looks really pissed now. But that's its turn.
Is it close enough for me to fire?
Yeah, all of you guys have good sight
Okay.
of it now.
All right, so I'm going to fire.
Okay,
That's a 19 to hit.
that just hits.
All right, so it's 1d12 plus 3. That's 8 points of silvery damage. Piercing.
It cracks a little bit. You get the sense that it didn't do much to it.
I put my gun away in the holster and cross my arms and glare at it.
Nice shot.
Thanks.
Marlo, did you hold your action? I forgot.
He had ready to spear, but it didn't come far enough down this.
Right. Okay. Full Moon, it's your turn again.
So how far do we have from the bull? Now that he's got closer to us. I'm just trying to think
It's
distance-wise.
approximately 25 feet away from you.
Okay, do we want to get rid of this bull, or do we want to just try to distract the bull?
Either incapacitate it or get rid of it.
Drop the bridge. Drop the bridge.
I mean,
Well,
if
we
you
dropped the bridge.
want it, if you got a plan, I'll follow you.
Drop the bridge. Drop the bridge.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a plan, but if I run across the bridge,
I
like
think
dash across it.
Do something.
Well, it's taking up basically the entire bridge. It's a very wide bowl, so like you could maybe make past it, but you need like an acrobatics check or something to get past it.
Okay, but I know that it's somewhat inorganic. I'm actually thinking about that, Marlo. So I would, if I have enough movement to get on top of it, or move it towards it, I'd like to get on top of it, but I want to mold earth so I can get holds on it, so I won't necessarily fall off it. Because I'm trying to see if it will react. So I want to do that if I can.
Okay, give me an athletics check with advantage, please. Because you have full strength, so.
Boom.
Okay.
Thank you, Marlo.
You jump on. You realize that like you could probably mold earth something, but the horns actually work as pretty good handholds. You're able to just kind of jump on there and jump on its back, and you actually have fairly good control now of the creature. I'll count you as grappling it, I guess. You have 5 feet of movement left. Do you want to try to move it somewhere? You could like direct its head, I guess.
No, not necessarily move it, because the whole point is it went through the illusion, it attacked the creature. You got rid of the creature, it knows it's an illusion, so I'm trying to figure out if it's going to walk back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? During its turn. Because I don't know if it's going to lash out because I'm on top of it and to see something on the bridge, or because I'm not touching the bridge or the bridge, if it's a creature or if it's going to walk back to its place. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. We'll find out on its turn. Rindle.
Is there any visible means of dropping this bridge?
The bridge is not. I mean, like, if you could do enough damage to it, yeah, you could destroy it.
But it's not like, one of those cool dwarven constructed bridges where you've got the pins that you could yank out in the event, when you're defending a
no
citadel.
mechanical way, but you could destroy the bridge pretty easily, you think?
Fucking dumbass architects.
It's a stone bridge. It's not like it's...
Listen, a dwarf would have had belaying pins in there to drop the bridge into goblin invaders. Yeah, I don't really have anything that I'd trust hitting stone with, because I don't want to, blunt my pretty new sword. So, I guess I will just watch and see how Full Moon's Gambit plays out and pass turn.
Okay. Marlo, you see Full Moon in a characteristic bout of bravery jump on the back of this weird...
I think you skip Becca.
No, you're before me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bottom of the order.
Yeah, it's Marlo, Mist, Bull, Full Moon, Rindle.
Yeah, the bull moved and my held action went off, and that was it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I want to see what happens, so.
Holding action?
Yeah, I guess. I mean.
Are you readying your spear again? Or anything?
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything.
Okay.
I think I'm just passing.
Mist, the same thing?
No, because the gun wasn't very effective. This looks like a construct bull, right?
As far as you can tell.
Okay. I'm trying to think if Mist would know if Dispel Magic would work against it or not.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. 9.
You have no idea.
All right. I'm gonna try Dispel Magic then. The range is 120 feet, so it should be close enough for me to
Right.
do it.
Give me a.
It's a DC 10 plus spellcasting modifier if it's
Right.
above my spell level used.
Yeah, I'm assuming you used a 3rd level dispel.
I did.
Okay, yeah. Give me that check, please.
Oh, that's not good. That's 6 plus 4. That's 10.
Nope. Does not seem to affect it.
Okay, so I do that, and I can't do a cantrip, correct?
If you had a bonus action cantrip, you could.
I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. So, Mista's just going to start swearing after her Dispel Magic didn't work.
Okay.
Frost, cover your ears.
So.
Oh no, Frost has heard
Language.
Frost has heard Mist swear a lot. She swears like a sailor.
Yeah. Frost, earmuffs.
Okay, so it's now the Gorgon's turn. So
Name drop.
Full Moon, you
Hi,
are.
Bonnie.
Hi, Becca. I love Scott Matt. He's a freak.
So Full Moon, you're on the back, so you don't actually get this. It starts trying to kick you off, but it's more concerned with the people on the other side, and is going to go ahead and use its Petrifying Breath in a 30-foot cone, which gets everybody with that Full Moon. I need you guys to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
Balls.
You said everybody?
Except Full Moon.
Beaches.
13 for me.
Is that magic? Do I have advantage on this shenanigan?
It is magic. You have advantage.
Yay, because I have a 0.
This green breath starts flowing out.
Oh.
Okay. So, Marlo, you start feeling this crackling down at your feet as your legs start turning to stone. Mist and Rindle, you're both able to hold your breath and not be able to intake any of this weird toxic gas that spills out.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Full Moon, it's your turn.
Oh wait, what about Frost?
Oh, Frost, yeah.
Frost was fine until you said something.
Her con is 16.
Okay.
Shit!
Frost is stone. She rolled a natural 1.
Now Mist is really swearing.
Mm-hmm.
Told him earmuffs. So during my turn, I'd like to use Mold Earth to give myself better handhelds or leg holds or whatever it is I could to keep on.
Okay.
Especially if I notice it's going to start bugging me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You still have advantage on any strength checks. Do you want to try to move it anywhere, or are you just gonna hold on?
Well, I was going to try to do a little bit of both. If I can make hold so I can hold a little bit more, but if I can also try to move it, I would possibly try to move it across the bridge. You know what I mean? Like completely off the bridge towards everybody.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check with advantage. It's not a hard check to try to direct it. Between the handholds and the horns, you can kind of move it wherever you want. Okay. Yeah, you can move it wherever you want. You can move it across the bridge. You can move it off the bridge into the spikes if you wanted to.
Well, if I can do that safely, I will. But I don't know if I can, and worry about the spikes kind of thing.
You can do it actually pretty safely. The bowl is pretty big.
Okay, so then I guess I would try to do that and try to move it off the bridge if I could.
Okay, so Full Moon is able to yank its head over, and
So,
as it's
actually-
fucking.
Actually, if I can, I was trying to figure out because I want to move it to the other side of the bridge because I want to see if it deactivates, kind of thing, more so than it off the bridge. Because, like I said, if I'm trying to keep traps in place, if I can do that by leaving it just off the bridge, like it deactivates.
Okay, so you actually get it to turn around, and it kind of and it moves off to the back side of the bridge. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. If I can move it to where it would possibly deactivate, that'd be great. If I can't get it deactivated, I'd want to walk it off.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem to deactivate, so you're able to walk it off at the very end of the bridge, I guess, from them. So it's going to, with its size and the spikes, you don't take any of this damage. So you hear a sickening crunch as it skewers itself on these spikes. It's still thrashing around, but it's now 10, 15 feet below you. You can actually kind of still see Full Moon's head bob and up and down from the bridge as it's still thrashing around.
I'll yell out to Full Moon, "Good job, Full Moon!"
Rindle.
Yeah, Rindle's gonna go ahead and walk across the bridge, and as he gets to the point where he can see them down there, we're like, "Never knew you had that in you," and continue on his merry way across the bridge.
Okay. So, and that's it? You're not doing anything?
It doesn't look like that. How far is the drop?
15 feet. It's more the spikes than it is anything else.
I was just, trying to. I mean, if it's a giant bolt, is it really gonna climb 15 feet? It probably isn't gonna jump. It's made out of stone. So
yeah,
I'm thinking,
judging by the loud crack that shook the chamber, this thing's heavy. It's probably not climbing anywhere.
That's what I was thinking. So I'm thinking we're pretty good right now, and I'm just walking across the bridge with my who knew Full Moon was heroic.
Okay. And that brings us to Marlowe, who is currently getting petrified. At the end of your turn, you'll probably you don't know if it's going to continue or not.
No, I realize that. So the first thing I do is, hey, Full Moon, you might want to get out of there before I lose this spell.
Lose what spell?
And then I will. Take the dodge action and then fail my save. I'm sure.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
The stone, your stone legs are receding. As far as you're not entirely sure how, but it seems like the magic is wearing off. Although it still has not worn off on poor Frost. Mist.
Okay, so with what I had interacted with when we were in the City of Brass, will a Dispel Magic work on Frost?
No.
Does Mist think that there would be something inside the Gorgon that she could then make a potion?
Give me an alchemy check. I'm going to say that's your action.
Oh yeah, this is going to be my action. All right, an alchemy check. I am proficient in this, and it's
intelligence.
Wisdom or intelligence based. All right, so that's only going to be a +4. Oh no, that's a 6.
You need an alchemy kit.
I have an alchemy kit.
You don't have no proficiency for that?
I do, but I've only got a +1 to intelligence. I rolled a 2.
I understand your pain.
It's a 6.
We are equally as failing in our intelligence today.
20 pounds, 80 pounds.
Frost will not fit through the opening of the bag.
No.
Okay,
so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if there's something. So
correct.
I'm going to call out to everyone else. I'm not sure, but I need to investigate that bowl thingy.
Okay, it is now the bull thingy's turn. It's going to use this action to try to kick Full Moon off. Full Moon, I need an athletics check from you. Or okay. Wow.
Still with advantage?
Yep, still with advantage.
Oh.
You're good. It has a huge strength. It rolled a natural 2. I'm trying to kick you off, so that's its turn. It's thrashing about still down below. You again see, Full Moon. You've actually now rode this bull for 18 seconds. You're like a world championship rodeo rider at this point.
Yeah, so if I don't see any danger or things along those lines, or if we're not in a move, I'd like to put that above my head at the time. And then prestidigitation.
Okay. With one hand, you now see a clock appear above Full Moon's head. It is your turn. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, yeah, like I said, if it was a matter of if everyone seems to have crossed the bridge, I would try to get off the creature as best I could.
Everyone's depetrified. Marlowe is still on the other side of the bridge because he just got unrestrained, so he wasn't able to move.
Yeah.
And
Mist is not across. Even if she had moved during her turn, she would have only made it 30 feet because I used my action.
Okay, then. So if I don't see it's going to be a problem and I can get off safely, I'll get off safely and try to climb up if I can.
Okay, give me a acrobatics check. Okay, easy enough. You on one of the bucks, you're able to actually use it as a springboard and kind of latch on and crawl back up. It's still thrashing about down there.
So we want to keep it alive, or we want to kill it? Because you guys didn't seem to make your mind.
I'm going to kill it, and then investigate its body.
Okay, so because it's kind of stuck down there, I'll just go with that. You guys just pepper it with random cantrips until it dies. Is that good?
Unless there was something on the other end of the bridge that looked like it might be controlling it in some way, I'm okay with that plan.
Okay.
Blast away.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You guys pepper it until it dies. No one's in immediate danger, so I don't mind just hand waving that part because honestly, it'd just be boring to watch you guys just roll attack spells.
Yeah. So if we're out of initiative, I'm gonna tie a rope to something strong in the bridge, and I'm going to climb down to get to the Gorgon, the bull.
Okay. It's a bunch of. So the spikes are all shattered because of it flashing, kind of flailing down the pit. And you see a bunch of broken rocks and other detritus down there.
Okay.
So while she's doing this investigation, I'd like to make mold earth so we can actually get like some kind of ladder built on the side of it so she can get out later.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to investigate it to try to see if it's got some sort of chemical inside of it that I could use to make a...
Normally this would be a survival check, but this is an arcane beast, so I'm going to do a wisdom arcana check for you.
Okay, so that's going to be a +4. Please, please, please. 14.
You think with enough time and effort, you're able to recover the. It looks like a tube. This stuff, it's where that gas came from. It looks like a pressurized container. You think with enough time and effort, you could probably construct something out of the residue of the gas, but like it's going to take you a while.
Define a while.
2 weeks.
Okay. All right. I will climb back up, thank Full Moon, put my rope away, and then walk back over to Frost after I put the tube in my pack. And I am going to have to use my rope, I think, to... Gorgon residue. Yep, I'm going to use my rope to tie Frost to my back.
You have a strength of 8, right?
9. I have a strength of 9.
So
Hey, look, maybe you and I should just carry this out while we still have the spell. And just get it out of the.
because
Do we need to carry it out?
this thing is heavy, Mist. Like
I know it's heavy. Yes, we need to get it out unless you want me to sit here for 2. Fine. If you guys want to continue on, I'll start on this potion. I will sit down, get out my alchemist tools, with the full intention that if my companions are not going to help me carry Frost out, that I'm just going to sit here and work on this.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe we should carry it out now, because we still got, a good 40 minutes left of this bowstring. Actually, probably like 50 minutes of this bowstring.
But do we need to carry it all out, though? That's the question. You only need how much of whatever's in there? You don't need the whole thing, correct?
I'm talking about Frost, my animal.
Her new statue. It's been taxidermied.
The tube is not a problem. The tube fits perfectly fine in my pack.
That's what I was worried about.
You were just worried about the tube.
If it's a statue, it's not a pet anymore. We can go.
Like I said, continue on. I will get started.
I can destroy it for you if you'd like.
Only if you want me to hit you with Moonbeam again. I can actually save my pet. I can save Frost. This is not a problem. I have what I need to do it.
Well, this may hurt you now, but you may thank me later for it if we decide to get rid of your pet for you. That's just weighing you down.
Like I said, Full Moon, if you want to continue on. I will get started with the potion.
Marlo, you also know that the temple has a pretty good apothecary. They might have something for this.
Well, Marlo just wants to get it out of the vault.
Yeah, if Marlo's willing to help Mist carry it.
Well, Marlo can try to pick it up, but I don't know.
I'd say, like, if Rindle could carry it by himself, if Mist and Marlo together could easily carry this out, you're not that far into the vault.
All right, let's do this, Marlo.
Rindle doesn't mind helping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marlo just wants to do it while he still has bowstring.
All right, let's do this.
So you guys, it takes like 15 minutes. You get it back out to you carefully lug it out. There's nothing. But yeah, now
making sure not to trip the traps that Full Moon reset.
Okay. So yeah, you say it takes 15 minutes. You deposit it, come back. You guys are you're now looking at the corridor beyond this bridge.
Okay. Well, Full Moon, you were in such a rush. Go ahead. Proceed.
Well, I thank you. And I'll take the lead.
Okay, so now you guys come to a hexagonal chamber. It's the first time they're just really split off. But so the room you came in, and then there's 5 like fenced doors. Like you think you're now in the main vault. In the very center of this room is a dais, I guess. It looks like it kind of looks like a bird bath, honestly. It's a water bowl with a silvery, opaque liquid.
Hey, Full Moon, I dare you to drink that.
No. Unless you actually, I'll do. If you decide to sign your name here, I will gladly drink it for you.
How about I'll sign if you don't mind it just being a claw mark?
You can sign with your claw if that's what you mean.
Yeah, you ready?
No.
Open up that book. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my claw and I'm going to drag it through the book.
Yeah, I know what's about to happen. I got you. Okay, so Full Moon, I want you to make an Arcana check. As soon as you open the book, Miss Claws start glowing. You've seen this happen once before when she destroyed the soul gem from the one.
Nope, I was invisible during that. No one saw it.
Okay. So
No idea.
Claws start glowing, and as Claw touches the book, starts. You feel a pulse through you as though something were being released, and the book starts to crumble in your hands as soon as her claws touch the book.
So that was my signature. Go ahead and drink.
That wasn't really signature, and as if you can see, you have no proof that you signed since there's no book to prove that. So I'm not in anything to drink said liquid.
Okay.
So you mean that my signature is not worthy? How awful. I mean, that's the best signature I could do at the moment. I don't have pen and ink. And it would have had to have been something of mine. Oh, well. Too bad that you go back on your word, Full Moon. And I will walk off and wait.
Well, I said before you leave, I said if you sign in my book. But
I did sign in your book.
Through my book.
No,
there
I
is
signed
also
in
no
your
book.
It is not
You
my
signed-
fault that your book cannot handle my signature.
I'm investigating the silver stuff.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
You have no idea. It seems magical.
You know, if Frost were here, she could just drink that.
Since you're Frostmaster, can't you?
Like spit liquid out.
Say again? What was that, Marlo?
Never mind.
Okay. All right, I'll investigate the silvery opalescent liquid. An Arcana
I didn't say
check?
opalescent, I said opaque. But
Oh, sorry, opaque.
yeah, Arcana check. Actually, give me an alchemy check. You're proficient. So
Okay. 14.
Okay. It's some type of potion.
Oh wait, if it's a potion, I'll just use my action to identify it.
Okay. It's a potion of speed.
Oh yeah, I'm taking my vials, and I am going to start getting what potions I can, because it was a bowl of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I will take one. And I don't know if I get any extras.
You take one? Like you drink one?
I'm gonna drink one of the speed potions, yeah.
Okay. So you suddenly feel this burst of energy.
And was I able to get any into little vials?
Yeah, but so here's the thing. You get this burst of energy, and time seems to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
To but you suddenly realize you can't move. This is a cursed potion of speed.
Damn it, cursed potion of speed.
So for you, it lasts about a minute. From the outside perspective, it looks like Mist is paralyzed for a minute. Mist, because time is slowed down to a crawl for you, it feels like an hour of just being stuck here. It's like being in a night terror.
Yeah, that's okay.
You do take psychic damage from that.
Okay. I still would have had some in vials.
Mm-hmm. You take 11 points of psychic damage from the hour of just being paralyzed, basically.
So if we notice that she's standing there for a couple seconds, I'll grab an extra quill from my bag and then put it in her hands.
Okay.
Do we,
Okay.
watching her for a minute, do we have any idea what's going on?
Nope. Just that she's paralyzed. She took a swig of this stuff. She took a lot of vials of it. She took a swig of it, and then she just kind of froze.
Okay. So Marla's like, ah, crap, happen again. And he'll pick up Mist, and he'll start walking Mist back.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so it takes you a bit, but you suddenly it gets up.
Cool. That was neat. How many vials did I get?
5 of this stuff.
5. Oh, cool. I've got a quill now too. Quill. So, hey, Marlo, you can put me down now.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I mean, it was a long hour, but got good amount of time for reflection.
An hour?
Yeah, it felt like an hour. Didn't realize it. Well, I guess.
Oh.
You seem to have been walking really slow. You seem to have been walking really slow while we were moving.
Well, you weren't walking at all, so you should shut your mouth.
No, thank you very much. Cool. That was painful. I think, though, that in that time frame I had to think, I think I know how to make the potion to fix frost. It's just going to take me a while. And, I don't know. Should we just go look at the doors over in that other room?
Yeah, Marlo's actually on his way back.
Yeah, I'm walking with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Full Moon and Rindle, who stayed in the chamber, you can see into the other rooms. Each one is, because it's just bars. It's not really a full door. 2 of the rooms appear to be empty. There's a room with a book. There's a room with a purple kind of shimmering fabric, and a room with a spear.
So 3 rooms. One has a spear, one has a cloak, and the other one looks empty.
No,
No,
5
that's a
rooms.
book.
2 of them
5
are
rooms.
empty.
Oh.
And they're like cells, right?
Yeah, there's like cells.
Are they the display case kind of like cells, or are they like actual bar kind of cells?
Actual bars.
Are there doors in the bars, or does it look like
The bars are a door. Like it is a hinged door, like a cage.
Actual cell with
Yeah.
bars.
I'm going to look closer at the ones that looked empty because there's supposed to be a book somewhere in here that
there
was
is a
way
book.
more interesting than anything else. Well,
There
then I'm checking out that cell door.
That cell door. Okay. So the book is actually open. It looks like looks like an illuminated text. On this particular page, you give me a religion check.
Can I aid him?
Yeah. And you have help on this, so you get to roll advantage. Okay, so you actually know what this is. This is called a Codex Maleficarum. It is essentially a celestial phone book. It contains the names of a lot of other planers' true names. They are.
Yeah, sweet. This is mine now.
But you're just seeing this from outside the bars.
Damn.
You haven't seen whether you're entering that room or not.
I was trying to look at the door to figure it out if it's locked or if it looks like it's easy to open.
It looks like it's a mundane lock. Beyond that, anything else you'd have to cast detect magic if you want to look for the arcane traps. Or
you know what? I've got time. I'll cast that ritual.
Okay. Yeah. There is a crap ton of magic in this room. But specifically, each of the locks on the gates seem to have some type of warding spell on them, and each of, including the empty rooms, seem to also have a separate spell warding the room itself.
So we would come back while he's doing that ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So upon their return, I will share with everyone that all of the warding / magical trap looking auras that I'm seeing, I will indicate to see if anyone's got any ideas for bypassing.
For schools,
You should try the key.
For each of the okay, just Rindle for the schools, because you don't know the schools too. The doors, each of the doors is just a simple evocation school. You're pretty sure it's going to do something nasty to you if you try to open the lock. The rooms with items in it both have abjuration magic. It seems more to keep something in than anything else. The two empty rooms both have conjuration magic on them.
So I will try and Misty Step into the room with the Codex whatever you call it, Maleficarum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and Misty Step into that room.
Okay, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
I'm good at that one. Standby one. And I get advantage from Arizu or not?
Yeah.
I am horrible at typing today.
Okay. The 23 is fine. Yeah, you teleport in. It takes a lot more force of will to get through it than it normally would. But yeah, you're right there with the Codex Maleficarum. For those outside, when he Misty steps in, you actually see this wall of force, or this bubble kind of start shimmering into place. Looks like a force cage. But you've already made your save on the teleport.
So the question is he going to have to make that save to get out again?
Probably.
Okay.
So which one do we open up next?
How the objects that are in them? How far are they from the doors?
About 10 feet, or actually less than that, about 7 feet.
Oh. So I take my other spear.
Okay.
Not the expendable one, but the other one.
Okay.
Actually, I probably asked Miss for it because I'm just guessing Miss is carrying a lot of my crap now.
Right.
Yeah,
Good.
probably. What I am able to in the pack, I would probably carry for you.
So with my other spear, I'm just going to try to go over to where the cloak is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to fish it out through the bars.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check on this. Mainly because I'm assuming you're trying not to touch the bars.
That's exactly, yes. I'm playing Operation.
Yeah. So give me a sleight of hand check. Okay, it's not. I mean, the bars are, but that's fine. So yeah, you were able to get the cloak with no problem. They probably wouldn't have been able to get the spear with that check because you'd have
Right, that's why I went for the cloak.
yeah.
I
So you're able to easily get the cloak. You can now tell that that shimmer. There's a slight fur texture to it. You're pretty sure for those that this is the skin of a displacer beast. It's made out of the skin of a displacer beast.
Very cool. All right, so I'll go to.
Are they black?
What?
They're,
What's that?
they're black, right? Displacer beast?
They're like black and purple. Yeah. They're kind of. They're a really dark purple, so it looks black most of the time, unless they're in direct sunlight.
All right, so I'm going to walk over to the door that has the spear on the other side of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to attempt to dispel magic on the lock.
Okay, give me a check. Okay. I actually need 2 checks on this.
Okay, so the first one is 13.
That's not enough.
The second one, I don't know what the second one's supposed to be. Is it still
It's
that?
the same.
Oh.
There's 2 enchantments here. There's the ward, which you failed to dispel, and then
Oh, actually, that would have no. That was 13. The second one's 6, so that's a no.
So yeah, you dispelled neither one of them.
Sigh and aggravation. I wonder what would happen if I poured my universal solvent on it.
You could definitely try.
Marlo? Do you think I should try this universal solvent on it? Like stand off to the side and drip it?
I don't know. What does it do?
Oh wait, it only dissolves...
Adhesives.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. It only dissolves adhesives. Never mind. I will go ahead and, from my ring, use the healing word to heal myself some.
Okay.
While we're thinking. 1d4.
Rindle, you're still in this force cage. You doing anything?
Well, was I able to pick up and pocket the book?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I will look to, if there's nothing else of interest in there, I'm going to try and get back out.
Okay.
Misty stepping away.
Yeah, because you already made your Misty Step save, you don't have to make it again. You easily teleport back out. The force cage is still in place.
Cool. Then I'll walk over to the other guys and just kind of nonchalantly be like, so, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
We got 2 out of 3 so far.
2 out of 3 what? I was in a thing.
Yeah. Of the items, I mean, you came back out, so I'm guessing you got the book thing, right?
There was a book? Of course I got the book.
All
Come
right.
on now.
All right. Awesome.
You're talking to Master Rindle here. There's a book. I got it.
Got pictures. It's probably good.
I hope it's a pop-up book.
Oh, things will pop up.
That would be awesome.
Things will pop up. Great.
So are we good to go? Or do we need to get the spear?
Probably need
I
to.
think the spear is probably the most important one. I mean, that's the thing that.
Did you tell Mist that the spear has a personality? Because
No.
your Sifu had told you, but did you tell us that the spear has a personality?
I think he said that I figured that in my reading, so probably not, because it probably hasn't come up.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I'm actually talking to Marlo because the Sifu told him that
Oh.
the personality was abrasive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay. So I still think the spear's probably important, but I mean, I tried dispelling the lock and it didn't work. I mean, we could try to do it manually and just be prepared for whatever.
You can also try to dispel it again. That's up to Mist.
Well,
I
I mean,
want to try the key.
Rindle's just going to look at Mist and be like, why don't you just Misty step in? Because we established long ago that, well, previous to your current changes, you were able to do so, and I don't know that you can't if you can't anymore.
Oh, no, I still can. I didn't want to try going through the magic field.
Why don't you just sign it with your claws?
Sign what with my claws?
The cell.
It's not a signable thing.
How is the spear displayed?
Just standard spear display rack. So it's sideways and it's just sitting like that.
All right,
As
I'm gonna
far as you
try
can
to.
tell, it's actually like it's a well-made spear from here. But like it's actually probably the simplest magic weapon you've ever seen.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to dispel magic one more time, and then if that doesn't work, I'll try the Misty Step.
Okay, first spell. Give me a roll.
10.
We get no. The ward's still there.
No, that one's cocked. Sorry. Oh, that one's better. That's 21.
Okay, so something dispels. The ward is still there, but for Rindle, you can tell that. So there's some abjuration magic, like minor abjuration magic, still on the lock, but that evocation feeling is gone.
All right. I'm going to
I would
Misty
say,
step in.
Looks like you got rid of one of the defenses.
Okay,
Cool.
So
I'll
you
Misty step in.
You Misty step in. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Great. Fuck. Fuck.
Maybe if you were more personable, that wouldn't be such a challenge.
It's a 9.
Okay, so you Misty step in, and then Force Gauge. You now think that you're trapped.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the spear.
Okay, at that point, Rindle, you look over your shoulder because you hear a bzz, and that conjuration magic starts activating in the other rooms.
Oh, I think we're about to have company, gentlemen. And I kind of pull out the great sword, cane in the other hand, just like I did when I faced the master, and turn around to see whatever shows up.
Okay, so
Badass style.
at this, you feel that conjuration magic flare up, but there's nothing in there, like as far as you can see. The
Arizu, do you see anything?
this almost spectral darkness starts flowing out of those bars. It's an inky blackness. For Rindle, you can actually see what's beyond there. It looks like some type of horned creature made out of just darkness. For the rest of you, it's just this cloud of black smoke. And that's where we're going to stop for today.
Doom, doom, doom.
Dum,
Miss
dum, dum.
is currently trapped in a force cage. So,
Yeah, I've still got 2 4th level spell slots. I might be able to dispel it.
no. You
No,
cannot.
can't? Okay. Well, maybe I can poke it with a spear.
Unless the spirit takes you over.
Okay, I'll see you guys. Tucker, you still have work next time?
Yeah, and so hopefully I can do what I did today, but I don't know if I'll be able to.
Okay, see y'all next week.
See you later.
Bye!
Guys, thanks for
Thank you,
coming out.
guys!
See you tomorrow.
See
Yeah,
you
see you
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
Chester. See you sometime later this weekend, Terry, so we can go over your character sheet.
Yeah, you were saying after lunch, so.
I'll butt you later?
Oh, I tried to say something, but I couldn't say it because I was trying to say it and type it, but in my mind, so I was trying not to interrupt. But I said, I guess I'll talk to you. We said, I will see you later, but talk to you later, kind of thing.
Okay.
But then I was like trying to type it, and it came out that way.
Okay.
See you.
Yeah. Have a good one. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.